Good evening, everyone, and welcome to North Penn High School's 51st commencement ceremony, honoring the members of the graduating class of 2006. I ask that you please remain standing and join with the senior members of the North Penn High School Chorus in singing our national anthem, as well as our alma mater. Gentlemen, at this time, please remove your hats. Dr. Girish, we're ready.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. As knights who in the olden times would pledge their loyalty to keep their honor shining and ever true to be, we enter here at North Penn High with hearts resolved to dare our noblest aim to bring to fame our alma mater fair.
Thank you, senior singers. At this time, everyone may be seated, and we will give a moment for the senior singers to report to their seats. Good evening, parents, teachers, friends, family, members of the North Penn School Board, and members especially of the class of 2006. The graduating seniors seated on the field this evening represent another milestone in the history of North Penn High School, because they're both the 50th graduating class from this high school, and they are also the largest graduating class from this high school ever, numbering 1,057 graduates this evening. For those who are keeping statistics, that outnumbers last year's class, which previously held that distinction, by 30 graduates. Sharing this evening with us in the front of the stage are three members of the class of 1956, North Penn's first graduating class, in which there were, by contrast, 212 graduates. I will ask these three individuals to stand and then ask everyone to join me in acknowledging Phyllis Kane, Phyllis Gulick, and Jim Sherritt. These three guests this evening graduated from this high school when color television, cell phones, and the internet were science fiction concepts. Their presence this evening reminds us of North Penn's rich history, and it also signals the culmination of our year-long celebration of 50 years of educational excellence. We thank Phyllis, Jim, and Phyllis for honoring us with their presence this evening, just 50 years after their own graduation from North Penn. Class of 2006, before you this evening, you have three individuals who are examples of North Penn graduates who have found success and happiness in their lives through hard work, ambition, and perseverance. These qualities will also become your legacy when future generations remember you as the class that brought home our first boys winter track championship in the last 25 years. You'll be remembered as the class that won 9 consecutive band championship titles. You'll be remembered as the class that has performed better than any prior graduating class on state testing. And you are the class that successfully planned for North Penn High School to host the National Student Council Convention next week. As you leave North Penn High School this evening, take the great memories of athletic accomplishments, academic successes, and award-winning performances and cherish them always. But don't forget the times when adversity taught you patience, understanding, resilience, resourcefulness, and the benefits of having a supportive family. Tonight, the entire North Penn School District, the faculty, the staff, join me in wishing each and every one of you a lifetime of success and happiness. Go forth this evening with the skills and the foundations that North Penn School District has given you. Build and expand on those skills and follow your dreams for success. Congratulations as you embark on the next chapter in your lives. At this time, I will be asking Mr. Vincent Sierpinski, President of our school board, to come forward. His remarks will be followed by the valedictory addresses of our 10 valedictorians. The first valedictorian speaking after Mr. Sierpinski will be Carmelyn De Silva. Carmelyn will then introduce the next valedictorian, and so on through the 10 valedictorians. Following the valedictorian addresses, we will hear from the president of our class, Ethan David, and from there, I will come back and we begin the presentation of the diplomas. So, Mr. Sierpinski, I ask you to please come forward.
From the North Penn School District's Board of School Directors, I welcome faculty, parents, guests, and graduates to the commencement of the class of 2006. To our graduates, congratulations, you made it. I know during a time of such high energy and emotion, the only thing you want to hear from a speaker is brevity. I promise you I will not disappoint you. As you go forth, the Board of School Directors wishes you well and wants you to do 2 things. The first one is never forget your roots. You are graduating from one of the best high schools in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. You will always be a member of the Blue Crew. and you will always be a part of North Penn. The second thing the board wishes you to do is always measure yourself by your best moments, not your worst. No matter how tough life gets, always remember the times you shined, sparkled, and succeeded like tonight. Recognize tonight that you've reached an important milestone in your lives. It is a time for celebration and joy, but even more importantly, it's a time for pride. From the North Penn School District's Board of School Directors, we wish you well. We hope you succeed in whatever you choose to do, and we hope that you never forget North Penn, because we will never forget you. To the class of 2006, good luck.
Welcome, fellow graduates, parents, teachers, friends, and all others who have come to conclude our time at North Penn with us. 3 years ago, most of us arrived here in shock of the sheer magnitude of the high school. However, we have all managed to navigate the crowded hallways in hope of making it to graduation. As we sit here in anticipation of receiving our diplomas, the school seems but a mere playpen as we prepare to go forth into the world. I urge you to think back on your time at North Penn. How many of your classmates have you seen only once before, perhaps in the hallway or during a fire drill? How many of them had you never seen until today while walking on the field? With a school so large and everyone being so anonymous, it is easy to think that our actions will not have consequences. It is unlikely that you will meet the same stranger twice in the hallways or during a fire drill, and it is even more unlikely that that stranger will remember anything you said or did. As we move out into a world of 6.5 billion people, the consequences seem to diminish even further. If you spread a rumor, tell a lie, or steal money, no one will remember. Still, the things that people remember the most are the things that hurt them. Someone who you hurt in the past will one day be the person interviewing you for a job or listening to you beg for a loan at the bank. He or she will probably not be very interested in helping you when you were so hurtful to him or her in the past. Even if you never meet a person whom you hurt, in treating people badly, you are in turn damaging your reputation. As we have all learned in high school, people love to gossip, and if you gain the reputation of being a mean, thoughtless person, it will be hard to rid yourself of that standing ledger. As we move from this tiny social bubble to the world at large, we should always remember to treat people with kindness. A smile and a sense of understanding will not only benefit those around you, but the reputation you will gain will get you far in life. Thanks. And next up is Nina Moen to talk about NASC.
Well, I would love to talk about NASC. I do have a speech prepared, so I guess I'll stick with this. When thinking about graduation and this speech, one particular memory came to mind. I remember sitting on the gym floor on the last day of kindergarten. We would sit up front while the 6th graders sat in the back. I thought to myself that it seemed like forever until I would be taking my place at the back of the gym. But those years flew by, as did the next 6, to find myself here today. Graduation is a day met with mixed feelings of both excitement and anxiety. The lessons and experiences we have gained up to this point are ones which we will carry with us throughout our lives. And as we have grown and changed throughout the years, so have our goals and ideals. In kindergarten, we focused on mastering the alphabet song and the wonderful world of finger painting. We also faced such difficult decisions as whether to play hide and seek or watch the adventures of the big purple dinosaur. That was 13 years ago. Senior year came, and new events became important. We took the newly designed 4-hour test, now with the added bonus of an essay, filled out various applications, and nervously waited for the mail to come, the mail that would decide our future. However, between these tasks, we also cheered on our football team, traveled to Disney World, planned a national conference, danced at prom, and made many other memories by spending time with our family and friends. If there is one thing I have taken from all of these experiences, it is to make the most out of the opportunities given to us. Sometimes that opportunity may seem too challenging to take on. Taking a difficult class, trying out for a new sport, or taking on a huge project. However, as Carlton Sheets once said, sometimes the biggest chance you can take is not taking a chance at all. So as we move on to the next phase of our lives, take hold of those opportunities that fall in your path, because they could be the most rewarding experiences of your life. These last 3 years have been a shared journey in which we can all take pride. Congratulations, class of 2006, and good luck as you follow your chosen path.
If there's one thing I hate more than public speaking, it's writing what I'm going to say. So I started this speech by banging my head against the keyboard several times to create a string of gibberish that I hoped would miraculously turn into a Nobel-winning address. As expected, this method failed miserably, and I proceeded to simply stare at the ceiling for copious amounts of time. Writing speeches, papers, essays, and just about anything else requiring thought-provoking word formation has always been like pulling teeth for me, so I decided to simply put together a short list of 10 things to remember as you venture forth to college and careers. 10. Always pay your taxes. You won't like the IRS when they're angry. 9. Hitting your computer won't make it unfreeze. In fact, it usually only makes the situation worse. 8. Remember to feed your goldfish. Having to flush the little guy down the toilet can really ruin any day. 7. Don't stare at the sun for too long. 6. Try to be friendly whenever possible because you never know who will become your brother-in-law. 5. Never test a 9-volt battery on your tongue. 3 people die each year doing so, and it would be rather embarrassing to be one of them. 4. Always use sunscreen. It's still a good idea, even if Kurt Vonnegut didn't actually say it. 3. Always keep an open mind. 2. Thank the people who help you, just as I would like to thank the teachers who I've had over the last 3 years. And 1. Just have fun. Thank you. The next speaker will be Jojo Enswa.
Unlike many other schools, we spend only 3 years here at North Penn High School. Thrown into the mix with 3,000 other students, we're a bit overwhelmed by the enormity of our student body. To top it off, our parents, teachers, peers, and community all expect us to accomplish great things in our future. Nevertheless, North Penn, we far excelled any expectations set before us by our community. Just look at the immensely charitable work of the National Honor Society or the Key Club. Try to simply list all of the district, regional, and champions earned in the past 3 years by athletics. Think about all the events put on by our class, the dances, the tournaments, the blood drives, the picnics. The list goes on and on. North Penn, we're known for rising to the occasion. Now we're about to enter the real world where the expectations are vastly larger. Some will go to college, others will go into the workforce. And frankly, most of you have no clue what's in store for us in the future. But no worries, North Penn, because we are prepared. And with our preparation, I'm sure great things will happen for us in the future. Thank you. Now, please direct your attention to Fong Pham.
When I started to think about this speech, the advice I received was to be yourself. I began wondering how my masterpiece could possibly reflect me, but there was almost no way I could make my speech extremely handsome and sexy. So I asked myself, what is the message that I want to convey to the class of 2006? Well, if there's one thing that high school taught me, is that friends can be the most important part of a person's life. No offense to my family, you guys are great too. They'll be there to help you when you're down, to drive you to Wendy's when you're hungry at 12:50 in the morning, or to laugh at you when you accidentally burn your forehead with fireworks. But more importantly, they will always be there. Someday you might lose your wallet, lose your pants, or possibly lose your mind, but never lose your friends. They are the people who have helped shape who you are and who know the real you. Keep in touch and make sure they know how much you appreciate them for being there. Lois Wise once said, "A good friend is a connection to life, a tie to the past, a road to the future, the key to sanity in a totally insane world." Congratulations, class of 2006, and thank you. And next up, we have Jeffrey Bierma.
About a month ago, I found out that I would be giving this speech to you tonight. About a month ago, I was forced to confront my worst fear. Public speaking, or simply being surrounded by a lot of people I don't know, has long been one of my greatest fears. Yet here I stand tonight, speaking to more than 1,000 graduates, their families and friends, the faculty of North Penn, and I don't know how many cameras, all recording this night to be shown on NPTV almost every day of the summer. But more than that, I'd like to talk to you today about our fears. We live in a world full of fear, whether it be terrorism, job loss, or even oil prices. To the class of 2006, I have these words for you, first said by Salman Rushdie: "Don't let fear rule your life, even if you're scared." After graduation, we will be entering a world that is foreign to most of us, the real world. But tonight, I ask you this: what are we really afraid of? Our time at North Penn has prepared us to confront what we are about to face. As we move forward in our lives, we must face our fears and overcome them, much as I am doing right now with my fear of public speaking. Don't hesitate the next step. You're ready. I'd like to leave you with the words of William Allen White: "I am not afraid of tomorrow, for I have seen yesterday, and I love today." Thank you, and good luck, class of 2006. Our next speaker will be Deborah Lee.
Thanks, Jeff. Success. This one word can mean so many things. To all of us, class of 2006, we are successful because we are graduating. Now we move on to the next chapter in our lives, leaving high school behind. Where will we go? Only we can decide. For some, success may mean a house, being able to travel, or having a family. To others, though, success can be just being happy. Success can mean going to college and getting a degree, but people can succeed in other ways too. If you have a goal and do your best to reach it, I think that you will have succeeded. For me, I have always wanted to be a doctor, but if everyone were a doctor, the world would be a boring place. Class of 2006, go on and be successful in whatever way that means to you. Good luck. It is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Daniel Fowler.
Initially, I had no idea what to speak about. I knew I wanted something that would make people laugh, make people cry, make people feel inspired to go out there and give it their all, reach for the stars, live your dreams, and stuff like that. But then I realized it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I, or Carmelin, or Fong, or even Mr. Hines has to say. The problems that you'll face will be the same, no matter what anyone says. No matter what I say, some of you will succeed, and some of you may not. It's out of my hands. However, it's not out of your hands. You see, the thing about graduation is that you're in control now. Parents, teachers, friends, voices inside your head, they can tell you what to do. But now, the decisions, the control, lies with you. So, although the choice is up to you now, hear me out. Do what you know deep down is right and will make you happy. Life is too short to spend worrying, working, or wasting away. Be with the people you love, do the things you love. Again, odds are you'll forget this speech 20 years, 5 years, 2 minutes from now. But when you get down in life or depressed, in order to feel happy, try to remember that you're in control of your life and ask yourself this question. This is your life. Are you who you want to be? Congratulations, class of 2006, and stay classy. And now, to speak to you some more, is Benjamin Dione.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to begin by saying that being named valedictorian is not something for which a single person can take full credit. The truth is, it is a combination of many things working in tandem with one another. Tonight, I would like to focus on one of those elements that creates a successful student. The obvious, yet sometimes overlooked component of which I speak is the teacher. Sometimes, I believe that teachers here at North Penn may feel a little underappreciated. I would like to take this opportunity to let them know that they are most assuredly not. A teacher can enthuse, motivate, and captivate an entire classroom. Some teachers here at North Penn go above and beyond, like when they spend their lunches teaching students Greek, or when they invite an entire class over to their house to cram for an AP exam, or even when they hang out with their students outside of school, not as teacher and student, but as friend and friend. I can honestly say that without my teachers challenging me to work beyond my potential, I would not be speaking to you all tonight. Plutarch, a famous Greek priest, once said that the mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be ignited. Our high school teachers have done exactly that. The fire they have ignited is just a spark of our preparedness to meet future endeavors head on. Remain positive through all of life's adventures and use your teacher's words and actions as guidance along the way. Take any opportunity you can to teach and encourage others. I only wish that some of North Penn's outstanding teachers could be standing next to me. receiving recognition for the help and encouragement that they have given to me, that they have given to us all. I would like to share this moment with them and laud their achievements. Finally, class of 2006, I wish you well with whatever road you may choose to take in life. I urge you to keep those embers burning. Thank you.
I couldn't really think of what I wanted to write about when I began to make this speech. So I just decided to relate some thoughts I've had and observations I've made over the past 12 years. Firstly, and most significantly, we need to realize that, well, life is good. And we all have the responsibility to live that life to its potential and beyond. We need to realize how great we have it. Granted, some people start out more privileged than others, but everyone gathered here today has some common bonds. We all have a degree, but much more importantly, we all have a world just ready to be shaped into whatever future we want. Today, we receive freedom and power. Freedom to do what we want, and power to control that freedom. Because it is every person's responsibility to create the best possible future for yourself. You need to create that future for yourself. Everyone has unique personal desires and dreams, and to pursue anything else is a betrayal to your own soul. Congratulations, class of 2006. The world is ours for the taking and making. Let's get to it and have fun while we're at it. And now I'd like to invite Ethan David to speak, our class president.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, faculty, Mr. Hassler, members of the school board, and of course, my fellow graduates. Wow, everyone, take a deep breath. Just look around. Take this all in. This is it. This is the culmination of 13 years of hard work and all of your accomplishments as students. Now, the predominant feeling that we all have today is one of elation. We made it. We all have made it to the end. I must admit that being at the end leaves me with a feeling of relief. Relief that it is all over. 13 years wrapped up into these 2 special hours. As we sit here right now at our graduation, we should sit here and be thankful. Personally, I'm thankful because you've allowed me to serve you as your president for the last 3 years. Thank you. Now, we shouldn't be thankful because the 13 years of never-ending work to graduate are finally over. But we should sit here and be thankful because we all have made it to our graduation. But it is also important to note that we stand here today because this community and this North Penn faculty both committed to our future and is here one last time to show us that it truly cares. And can we doubt the passion and even the commitment of our North Penn faculty, as shown by Mr. Perry last night at Reflections? So, let me take this privilege to say thank you on behalf of the class of 2006. Thank you for everything you've done. Thank you for your patience, your money, and most of all, your love. Take pride in our humble accomplishment today, and know that you're unleashing upon this world a grateful community of North Penn graduates. Though I am, as I have said, extremely grateful to you all, there are those to whom I owe an even greater debt, my parents and family. Sometimes we feel disappointed with our parents, and in turn, they obviously feel disappointed with us. Now, let me say, in my younger days, I felt they knew absolutely everything. Now, in the teenage days, I feel like they know nothing. I have to admit to being surprised at how much they've learned this past year or so. But all in all, the relationship that we have with our family is the one constant in our lives. They will always be there for you. Just like many of you, I owe my parents and my family much more than I can repay. Mom, Dad, Misha, and Tejal, thank you for everything. I love you guys. Even though this is an end, it is also a beginning. This graduation is the start of a brand new chapter in our lives, a chapter filled with opportunities to succeed. It is a phase of life away from everything familiar, a part that will define who we are. Now, we all have endured the struggles of trying to create that first finger painting in kindergarten, and we have all been in tears at a kitchen table over some type of schoolwork. And yes, we have all experienced hundreds of arguments over what to do on the weekend. But at the same time, we have learned throughout our lives that recognizing areas that can be improved is important to bettering ourselves. Is that not the resounding theme in life, though? Nothing is perfect. Being perfect is not what we want. What would we work for if everything was perfect? President Theodore Roosevelt once said that far and away, the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. And I say, there is much in our world that is worth doing. Yes, the future is unknown, but we are all ready. We all have been waiting for this moment since the first day of our senior year. The future might hold furthering your education or beginning your vocational career. It might hold serving our country, or it might hold a life filled with caring for others in more personal ways, such as being a nurse, a counselor, or dare I say, even a teacher. Whatever the case, your future is bright. The future is our opportunity to begin something that we've only imagined in our dreams. But in order to know where you want to go, you must know where you have been. So let me tell you, just a couple of months ago, I had the opportunity to be a part of a discussion with several graduates from the first class of North Penn. That was 50 years ago. This conversation was indeed a humbling experience because I realized that those graduates have achieved much throughout their lives. They have taken the tools from high school, the same tools that we all have been given, and devoted them to working at something worth doing. But for me, there was a question that surfaced. Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? What do I want to do? I am not absolutely certain, but I can tell you now that in 50 years, I would like to be able to have a conversation with a North Penn senior and be just as inspiring. I want the North Penn community to be proud of what we all accomplish in our lives. So we are all waiting. And trust me, I see you guys. Guys, you're shaking your knees. Girls, you're playing with your hair. But just indulge me for one more minute. As I said, each and every one of us is waiting. We are waiting for our second of fame, the moment when time will stand still and our name will be the only one that is heard, the only name that matters. And you deserve it. But don't be too quick to forget. Our alma mater boldly declares, we entered here at North Penn High with hearts resolved to dare. And now, my friends, now is the time to complete the alma mater, complete the final stanza, the stanza that most of us do not know. Now is the time to leave in familiar ways with friends, memories, and no regrets. Now is the time to bring to fame our alma mater fair. To the girls, you have truly grown into remarkable women, and boys, you have surely grown into mature men. And in 50 years, I'm confident that each and every one of you will be able to say, I have indeed accomplished much in my life. In an address to students, Nelson Mandela said, sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. So let me ask you guys, can we be a great generation? Are we ready to be a great generation? Well, as I stand here right now and listen to your responses and look into your faces, I know we can, and I know we will be that great generation. Thank you, good luck, class of 2006, and God bless.
Thank you, Ethan. And thank you to our 10 valedictorians for the reflections that they gave us this evening. At this time, we are ready to prepare to distribute the diplomas and prepare for the reading of the names. To that end, I will ask the class officers and a class cabinet representative to come forward and take their positions at the podium. I will ask the Home Office secretaries to take their positions. I will ask Dr. Hassler, Dr. Dietrich, Dr. Venema, Mr. Homan, and Mrs. Rook, our class advisors, to fall into place up here on the stage. I will ask Mr. Sherpinski to join me on the stage. While everyone is moving into position, I'll remind everyone here this evening that legacy photographers will be photographing each graduate as they receive their diploma this evening. You will have an opportunity as parents to purchase a picture of the student receiving their diploma. That will come to you via email or in the mail, and you'll have that opportunity next week. At this time, I will ask the homeroom teachers and the first row in each line of graduates to please stand. Homeroom teachers in each first row. And I will ask them to bring forth the graduates. No. And we will begin reading the names with Home Office K106. Go ahead, Ethan.
Joshua Charles Abul.
Lisa Nicole DeGeno. Gregory Anthony Johns.
Elena Marie Maffa.
Nazrin Begum Shahjahan.
Robert Magdi Abdelmasi.
Ashley Nicole DiLeonardo. Alexander David Johnson.
Paul Robert Mogensen.
Morgan Meredith Shapcott.
Jennifer Michelle Adams.
Joe Paul Diorio. Andrew Johnson.
Stephen William Mohan.
Caitlin Elizabeth Shaw.
Lindsay Margaret Adams.
Julia Marie Deschelle. Douglas John Johnson.
Sharman Ara Mala.
Daniel Howard Shelley.
Demetrius Peter Addison.
Avi J. Dixit.
Jessica Lucinda Johnson.
Aaron Rachel Monahan.
Brittany Ann Sheridan.
Nicholas Alexander Adderman.
Rachel Michelle Donatello.
Kevin Alexander Johnson.
Molly Ann Monahan.
James Patrick Sheridan.
Luis Gustavo Aguilar.
Stephanie Lynn DeRoba.
Ryan Stephen Johnson.
Justin Hal Monchan.
Adam Joseph Sherlock.
Ryan Mackenzie Aker.
Jacqueline Ann Doherty.
Allison Lee Johnston.
Joanna Kathleen Montague.
Allison Lee Sherwood.
Jennifer Lynn Albright.
Carly Alyssa Doyle.
David Marquise Jones.
Gregory Jermaine Moore.
Hannah Cecilia Schiffer.
Noor Hiba Ali.
Jessica Ann Doyle.
Shelby Lynn Jones.
Ryan Michael Moore.
Young Shin.
Stephanie Renee Allard.
Pete Dragonoff.
Komal Juneja.
Caitlin Rose Moran.
Thomas Kirby Signor.
Michael John Allegrezza.
Robert Brett Draper.
Robert Francis Kane.
Matthew James Moran.
Joanne Catherine Sikora.
Julie Lynn Allen.
Lucy Ann Drouse.
Denny Kang.
Michael Anthony Moran.
Bradley Christopher Silver.
Aaron Dennis Allison.
Megan Denise Drumheiser.
Ye Hyun Kang.
Taryn Gabrielle Mortis.
Michelle Elise Sinacor.
Dana Marie Allman.
Joshua Scott Du Bois.
Benjamin Richard Cantor.
Christy Michelle Morgan.
Jessica Eileen Singer.
Dara Ashokumar Amin.
Michelle Kathleen Duda.
Matthew Philip Kaplan.
Kurt Morgan.
Jamie Elizabeth Sittler.
Jocelyn Sue Amos.
Laura Elizabeth Duff.
Shannon Keene.
Gabrielle Elise Morielli.
Ryan Sue Slaughter.
Corey Cannon Anderson.
Jade Dugan.
Eric Matthew Keene.
Jason Robert Moses.
Matthew Daniel Slomiani.
Eric Michael Anderson.
Laura Marie Deit.
Emily Ann Keyville.
Randall Niffin Maurer.
Amanda Kate Smith.
Tiffany Marie Anderson.
Helen Duong.
Tiffany Ann Kehoe.
Caitlin Ray Moyer.
Anthony Edward Smith.
Brett Paul Angelillis.
Alyssa Marlies Duval.
Daniel Stanton Keith.
Jonathan Kyle Mulhern.
Ashley Lauren Smith.
David Aragon.
Christy M. Duval Carpenter.
Amanda Lee Kelly.
Cody Richard Mullen.
Michael Kenneth Smith.
Alexander Nicholas Arduino.
Thomas Joseph Dwyer.
Thomas Andrew Kelly.
Sean Daniel Mulvihill.
Monica Ray Smith.
Mary Louise Soriano Ericina.
Daniel Albert Dinan.
Zachary Andrew Kelly.
Gregory James Mundy.
Ryan Scott Smith.
Bobby Lorraine Asman.
Brittany Marie Emmerich.
Natalka Kristen Kengel.
Alexander Vincent Munia.
Stephen Michael Smith.
Gabriella J. Adaman.
Joshua James Emming.
Brianna Nicole Kennedy.
Sarah Elizabeth Murray.
Amanda Marie Smolzinski.
Ume Aisa.
Jojo Mensa Enswa.
Joseph Edward Kennedy.
Michael Joseph Nacarelli.
Matthew Patrick Smythe.
Rachel Catherine Back.
Daniel Jason Evans.
Kathleen Kyo.
Robert Christopher Nagel.
Michelle Lee Snyder.
Robert Brian Bacon.
Sheena Ann Evans.
Bo Young Kim.
Kathleen Renee Nagel.
Jessica Hunju So.
Amy Elizabeth Bader.
Russell Thomas Faber.
Chol Hyun Kim.
Lorraine Sugi Nam.
Monica Nicole Solowski.
Nathan Schilling Bailey.
Paul Anthony Fabian.
Dae Hwan Kim.
Matthew Vincent Nowitzki.
Gregory Hirsch Solomon.
Holly Joe Baird.
Christy May Falco.
Jennifer He Kim.
Joshua Robert Newbert.
Kevin Robert Solomon.
Arvind Balaji.
Andrew Sun Fane.
Sol Ki Kim.
Jenna Lynn Neuschwander.
Philip Daniel Solt.
Patrick Andrew Balke.
Brendan Michael Fanslaw.
Sung Young Kim.
Tyra Lene Newman.
Krista Noel Summers.
Gregory Andrew Ball.
Stephanie Michelle Fanto.
Yoon Kyu Kim.
Brittany T. Lynn Nguyen.
Keong Andrew Song.
Christopher Ronald Bancroft.
David Khalil Farnoosh.
Brian Michael King.
David Neck.
Andrew Michael Sorensen.
Nicholas Joseph Bandura.
Mohammed Abdullah Al Faisal.
Daniel Rudolph King.
Stephanie Teresa Nickel.
Booker Spate.
Edward Francis Banger Jr.
Carl Schaefer Pfizer.
Matthew Christopher Kinsey.
Michael Noche.
Kevin Joseph Spross.
Ryan James Barron.
Ruth Fellner.
Jeffrey David Kirkpatrick.
Brian Richard Nolan.
Martin Thomas Scicciarini.
Khalil Bashir.
Asya Firdos.
Nicholas August Klingabiel.
Kyle Francis Nolan.
Sarah Stabinsky.
Brianne Michelle Bates.
Jared Thomas Ferguson.
Kim Marie Nizuski.
Jacqueline Saran Norsworthy.
Michelle Lynn Stoller.
Jamie Marie Beausenior.
Matthew Anthony Finlater.
Andrew Charles Knoll.
Kyle Evan Nice.
Connor William Stallhut.
Kelly Lynn Beaver.
Christopher Benjamin Fiore.
Brian David Kobe.
Rachel Kathleen Osiris.
Stephen Joseph Stargel.
Amanda Ann Beecham.
Linda Marie Byroven.
Kelly Ann Cook.
Matthew Adam Exner.
Michelle Lynn Stella.
Randy Evan Beers.
Thomas Arnold Fisher.
Jonathan Cole.
David Hyun Oh.
Tasha Ann Stepa.
Mumtaz Begum.
Genevieve Elizabeth Fisher.
Andrew John Kohler.
Kristen Okula.
Amy Elizabeth Stewart.
April Marie Beidler.
Robert Joseph Fitzsimmons, Jr.
Matthew David Kohler.
Matthew Okula.
Peter Newman Stoll.
Lindsay Rebecca Bellamy.
Brett Richard Flaherty.
Regan Elizabeth Kopp.
Michael Scott Oldham.
Crystal Lynn Stonier.
Alexandra Nicole Benincasa.
Kevin Douglas Flannery.
Jordan Matthew Korn.
Stephen Michael Olt.
Travis Martin Stottlemyre.
Daniel Ryan Benko.
Michelle Ray Forsey.
Daniel Robert Klasky.
Michelle Oleski.
Jesse Lee Stratton.
Erin Maureen Berg.
Jeffrey David Ford.
Jacob Alexander Koderbach.
Andrew Anthony Olnick.
Matthew Todd Strauss.
Scott Andrew Bevan.
Christina Maria Forte.
John Adam Kowalik.
Craig Matthew Oliver.
John Apollos Stubb.
Mayuri Bagat.
Thomasina Rose Foster.
Jennifer Elizabeth Kranzbaluki.
Kelsey Lynn Olped.
Robert Arthur Steuben III.
Elise Marie Biebelberg.
Blaise Gabriel Fontaine.
Caitlin Juliet Kratz.
Ashley Elizabeth O'Malley.
Jacqueline Marie Stumpo.
Jeffrey Scott Birnbaum.
Nakiba Abdullah Fowler.
Eric Nicholas Kratz.
Justin Michael Oskopinski.
Ju Yoon Suk.
Alyssa Marie Bistio.
Jeremy Lee Fox.
Samantha Marie Kremenowski.
Dan Wesley Outerbridge.
Amanda Marie Sullivan.
William Joseph Blueball.
Christine Cho Frederick.
Jonathan Daniel Kriebel.
Alicia Claire Owens.
Kevin James Sullivan.
Lindsay Dara Blum.
Matthew Ryan Frederick.
Stephen Kriebel.
Corey Johnson Pace.
Bibi Kulshum Sultana.
Carrie Michelle Boduck.
Catrice Nidira Freeman.
Brett Jason Kruger.
Joseph Brooks Pacella.
Mohammed Sumon.
Timothy James Ballard.
Adric T. Fries.
Melissa Ann Khrushchevsky.
Jonathan Luther Palmer.
Nicholas William Super.
Michael John Bones.
Elizabeth Bowen Fritchman.
Michael Joseph Culp.
Durgesh Ketan Pandey.
Dara Abai Sutaria.
Emily K. Bongiorno.
Autumn Rafi Frunjan.
Scott Anthony Culp.
Taral Vinay Pandya.
Matthew James Swartley.
Benjamin Ross Forchers.
Victoria Elizabeth Frunzi.
Jayanti Kunwar.
Veronica Lynn Payon.
Corey Richard Swingle.
Anna Gabriella Bornancini.
Julie Marie Fuchs.
Katie Lee Kapanevich.
Kuldeep Parcharia.
Kristen Lee Sadecki.
Lauren Elizabeth Bowden.
Amanda Christine Gaines.
Elise Christine Kutsup.
Nehal S. Parikh.
Andrew Donald Zeckley.
Ashley Tina Lee Bowen.
Alexander B. Galante.
Alexei Lachakov.
Gloria Hannah Park.
Nicholas Robert Taggart.
Matthew David Bowen.
Jocelyn Marie Galgon.
Brian Christopher Lamar.
Hun Jin Park.
Lutfa Lena Taher.
Emily Rebecca Boyer.
Jessica Marie Gallagher.
Andrea Elizabeth Landis.
James Watson Park.
Devang Pravin Taylor.
James Carl Bradford.
Keith Robert Gallagher.
Devin Reed Landis.
Jennifer Marie Parker.
Forum Taylor.
Marcus Allen Bradley.
Angela Marie Galley.
Callie Ann Latchford.
Christopher James Paris.
Giuseppe Vincenzo Talata.
Kristen Elizabeth Brady.
Arpan Piyush Gandhi.
Arthur Brian Laurie.
Kelly Elizabeth Parrott.
Michael Anthony Talata.
Candace Lynn Branson.
Arpit Piyush Gandhi.
Davis Lee.
David Brian Partial.
Vincent Anthony Tancredi.
Joaquin Martinez Breedlove.
Amanda Elizabeth Garcia.
Myung Nguyen Lee.
Brittany Patberg.
Choi Fang Tang.
Julia Bressi.
Anna Lydia Garcia.
Corey English Lee.
Dimpal J. Patel.
Christopher Sawyer Tappan.
Matthew Brian Brickhouse.
Sean Robert Gardner.
Ja Min Lee.
Gayatri J. Patel.
Justin Matthew Taylor.
Melanie Louise Brookshire.
Julie Jennifer Gardiaz.
Jua Lee.
Hardik P. Patel.
Brent Warren Terlecki.
Stephen Joseph Ruff.
Alexandra Diane Garzone.
Madeline Louise Lighty.
Hiro Patel.
Manel Terasa.
Jennifer Marie Brown.
Justin Patrick Gebby.
Monica Catherine Leonhardt.
Jessica M. Patel.
Cheryl Kathleen Texter.
Nicole Dawn Brown.
Allison Michelle Guy.
Sun Hee Lee.
Kajal Patel.
Monte Jarrell Thomas.
Patrick William Brown.
Thomas William Gentile.
Paul Thomas Leslie.
Karishma A. Patel.
Jadira Simone Thompson.
Wayne Anthony Brown.
Alicia Janine Gift.
Walton Lee.
Kinal A. Patel.
Michael Joseph Thompson.
Jessica Robin Bryant.
Michael Christopher Giuliani.
Juan Wu Lee.
Lisa B. Patel.
Allison Lynn Thompson.
Kayla Marie Bryant.
Mallory Jane Lon.
Julie Ann Leva.
Mital K. Patel.
Holly Ruth Tilley.
David Michael Buckley.
Jocelyn Michelle Glover.
Daniel Scott Levin.
Nikhil T. Patel.
Tara Lynn Timoney.
Amy Elizabeth Buckner.
Matthew Scott Gloviak.
Jacob Scott Levin.
Prerak S. Patel.
Lucas Edward Toby.
Stephanie Lauren Bunce.
Joseph Stephen Golubeski.
Megan Marie Levins.
Priyanka Maham Patel.
Laura Elizabeth Tobias.
Leora Rose Burke.
Goreng Ramesh Gondalia.
Cecilia Elizabeth Lewis.
Rashan Patel.
Jason Andrew Tater.
Matthew James Burke.
Andrew Timothy Gorman.
Jasmine Jantea Lewis.
Sahas H. Patel.
Danielle Marie Tolton.
Taylor Joseph Bushman.
Courtney Jansen Gorup.
Andrew John Lexa.
Sankit Patel.
Francis Edward Tomaselli.
Griffin Corey Butt.
Joseph Jacob Emmanuel Gottschall.
C. Lang.
Sweta R. Patel.
Joshua Nathaniel Toro.
Brianne Michelle Buzzard.
Cassie Lynn Gorley.
Fawn Ray Liberto.
Nicholas John Pisano.
Jonathan Sun Tran.
Stephanie Elizabeth Calabria.
Lauren Elizabeth Gorley.
Hyo Jin Lim.
Justin Ronald Pollack.
Daniel James Trauger.
Dominic Salvatore Calamia.
Stephanie Nicole Gower.
Douglas Robert Lindy.
Gregory John Peck.
Scott Paul Trimborn.
Zachary John Calhoun.
Hugh Alexander Granum.
Eric Joseph Linder.
Jose Alejandro Perez.
John Vincent Chernovsky.
Lauren Marie Calzanetti.
Matthew Dare Grassi.
Stacy Nicole Linder.
Christy Sade Perker.
Teddy Kintek Trong.
Michael A. Camarada.
James Edward Green.
Peter Anthony Lipsy.
Ryan Joseph Perry.
Kristen Michelle Tucker.
Robin Jane Campbell.
Thomas Joseph Green.
Joan Whitney Liska.
Kyle Morgan Perry.
Brandon Maurice Turner.
Elizabeth Alice Cannon.
Brandon Michael Reff.
Michael Thomas Litke.
Michael Shannon Petch.
Kevin Michael Yule.
Alicia Ann Carvalano.
Jonathan Daniel Gring.
Brittany Nicole Lochner.
Brett Allen Peters.
Kevin Donald Vance.
Linda Marie Karp.
Tiffany Lee Grooms.
Byron Thomas Loader.
Evan Scott Peterson.
Ashley Van Horn.
Ian Cyril Carpenter.
Brian William Gross.
Kevin Matthew Lodge.
Kelly Ann Peterson.
Sean Douglas Vardicus.
Andrea Lynn Carr.
Ramzan Ali Judge.
Stephanie Amber Loggins.
Lauren Joe Peterson.
Rebecca Ann Varel.
Jamie Elise Kerrigan.
Emily Amanda Genst.
Paul James Loudenslager.
Megan Michelle Pettit.
Michael Robert Venziel.
Margaret Ann Carroll.
Jessica Marie Genst.
Lauren Hebner Love.
Katerina Deanna Pfister.
Amanda Laurel Voganitz.
James Peter Casanova.
Christina Gugnor.
Tiffany Ray Lowry.
Bong Vietnam Pham.
Carrie Frances Voles.
Courtney Marie Cachette.
Jeffrey Nana Giapong.
Venita Lenice Lucas.
Jake Dustin Philbin.
Min Kim Vong.
Victoria Rose Casterline.
Kimberly Annette Haas.
Amy D. Lee.
Erica Michelle Phillips.
Paul Vu.
Daniel E. Cathcart.
Alexander Powell Haig.
Holly Ann Lyko.
Michael Brendan Fonsat.
Eli Joseph K. Wakefield.
Sebastian Sassoon.
Nikita Lee Haltman.
Stephen Patrick Lynn.
Thomas Allen Petrzak III.
Aretha Fallon Walker.
Nicholas Anthony Sermonera.
Stephen Allen Hannaberry.
Tiani Ma.
Timothy Joseph Pio.
Shannon Alicia Walter.
Mi Jin Chang.
Christopher Sean Harding.
James Francis McFarland.
Christopher Edward Prokowski.
William Richmond Walter.
Christopher David Charles.
Melissa Hardy.
Evan James Mackey.
Mark Philip Pittitz.
Christopher William Walters.
Jade Chen.
Amina Haradina.
Erica Lynn Madge.
Benjamin Alberto Poblana.
Rochelle Marie Watson.
Ping Chen.
Janet Louise Harris.
David Adam McConaughey.
Christopher Patrick Polos.
Gregory Richard Waters.
Lauren Elizabeth Chesmar.
Janelle Lynn Hartman.
Megan Beth McWilliams.
Catherine Rose Poos.
Samantha LaFay Watts.
Punardeep Singh Chabra.
Jessica Hartman.
Ermir Koitim Madani.
Shannon Michelle Potemski.
Caitlin May Weaver.
Ethan Bryant Jung.
Robert Michael Hartman.
David James Madera.
Jason Andrew Poulin.
Daniel Edward Weideman.
Daniel Sungmin Choi.
Melissa Hannah Harvey.
Isha C. Madani.
Evan Greer Powell.
Hillary Worley.
Amanda Marie Christophers.
Allison Nicole Hassett.
Kevin Michael McGarity.
Edward Brigham Powers.
Christopher Brian White.
Peter Waniel Chung.
Catherine New Hassan.
Jenna Marie Magazine.
Matthew Joseph Boyner.
Sarah Catherine White.
Mark Anthony Sinfrani.
Timothy Scott Hathaway.
Kathleen McGurn.
Christy Michelle Pritchard.
Joseph Richard Whitelock.
Krista Diane Chakala.
Andrew Thomas Hatton.
Andrew Garrett Mayer.
George Stephen Peruzzi.
Zachary H. D. Wild.
Jenna Lynn Siaka.
Elise Hatsey.
Krishna B. Makadia.
John Joseph Prokowski.
Brooke Whitney Wilf.
Christina Michelle Chirletti.
Thomas Mark Hauk.
Samantha Marie Malantonio.
Jennifer Lee Welly.
Megan Marie Williams.
Danielle Elizabeth Sarati.
Kelly Dawn Hayes.
Mohammed Adnan Malik.
Faiza Hussein Qureshi.
Michael James Williams.
Sean Edward Clare.
Colin Lee Healy.
Krista Lee Malloy.
Holly Sue Ragusa.
Sarah Elizabeth Williams.
Jacob Andrew Clark.
Maureen Elise Hearn.
Laura Marie Marzik.
Kevin Daniel Ravazia.
Cabri Ann Williamson.
Ava Kaisha Leone Cleary.
Amanda Marie Clegg Heckler.
Nicole Elizabeth Morella.
Amanda Ray.
Samuel Allen Wilson.
Kelsey Elizabeth Collins.
Ryan Christopher Heights.
Kenneth Jean Mariano.
Samantha Christine Reddick.
John Raymond Winter.
Mitchell Blake Comfort.
Lisa Alexandra Henderson.
Amanda Lee Marshall.
Sean Robert Reed.
Elise Nicole Wismer.
Brent William Connolly.
Patrick Michael Henry.
Justin A. Martella.
Emily Regal.
Michael William Wadlum.
Hugh Francis Convery.
Mallory Rose Hensel.
Catherine Grace Martin.
Lamar A.Y. Reed.
Steve Youngjun Wu.
Jacqueline Convey.
June Herr.
Jocelyn Lee Martinelli.
Sarah Grace Ryder.
Nicholas Wood.
Michael Francis Cooker.
Edward Calvin Hill Jr.
Brian Robert Matthias.
Michelle Ann Reifschneider.
Stephanie Wood.
Rachel Laura Cooper.
Avery Lynn Hill.
Tucker Maxon.
Mark Matthew Brenda.
Anthony Joseph Woods.
Nicholas Aaron Cope.
Ian Michael Hill.
Jocelyn Latay Mayfield.
Carl James Brenner.
Caroline Teresa Woodward.
Joshua Seth Costello.
Brittany Marie Hipple.
Kathleen Casey McLary.
Zachary Dylan Rep.
Nicole Ann Workman.
Jessica Marie Craig.
Matthew James Hinchcliffe.
Justin Kyle McCabe.
Kristen Marie Ruby.
Justin Daniel Wright.
Kimberly Marie Craig.
Sean Robert Hinkle.
James Walter McAllister.
Jennifer Lee Reynolds.
Philip Donald Wright.
Joseph Robert Praver.
Zachary Edward Hinkle.
William Spencer McCarney.
Sabrina Katerina Riccia.
Hal Wu.
Jacqueline Lee Casamano.
Joseph George Hirsch.
Donna Jennifer McClurkin.
Michael Christopher Rice.
Jessica Ann Wonder.
Jevin Fielding Cressman.
Melanie Alita Hittinger.
William Andrew McCord.
Matthew Lynn Reddick.
Robert Joseph Wynn.
Philip Ward Crimmins.
Daniel Scott Hoffman.
Erin Marie McCormick.
Michael Dominic Ria.
Dee Dee Z.
John Francis Croak.
Zachary Joseph Hoffman.
James Joseph McCormick.
Anne Elizabeth Rittenhouse.
Amit Yadav.
Rosalia Kakuza.
Douglas Asa Holly.
Aiden Patrick McCoy.
Bernard Jeffrey Robinson.
Matthew Carl Yeager.
Tori Alicia Cuff.
Richard Allen Holly.
Edward Joseph McCoy.
Jovan Robinson.
Ted Wancook Yee.
Louis Salvatore Curcio.
Scott Robert Holtzauer.
Colleen Marie McCracken.
Mystique Dawn Robinson.
Crystal Renee Yoder.
Michael Patrick Curran.
Chelsea Lee Hondros.
Stephen McDermott.
Yasmin Stephanie Rock.
Albert Jeho Yu.
Shannon Mary Curran.
Ryan Thomas Honigman.
Megan Eileen McDonald.
Jade Nicole Rodeheaver.
Jane Kyunga Yu.
Eric Matthew Curtin.
Nicole Alyssa Horn.
Michael Stephen McDonald.
John Anthony Rodriguez Jr.
Tejo Yu.
Matthew Robert Curtis.
Andrew Ryan Horwitz.
Sarah Marie McDonough.
Jacob Gilberto Rowland.
Jessica Yoon.
Maurice Vidal Curtis.
Barbara Ann Letitia Howes.
Carrie Ellen McFadden.
Marie Noel Rowland.
Jessica Duyung Yum.
Kimberly Diane DeBenny.
Anthony Joseph Hughes.
Carolyn Marie McGuire.
Lady Karen Roman.
Laura Carolyn Younger.
Cody William DeGudis.
Ryan Christopher Hughes.
Patrick William McHugh.
Rosa E. Romero.
Samuel Young Yoon.
Kevin John Doms.
Tylon Raphael Hughes.
Melissa Nicole McEwen.
Justin Kyle Rosenheimer.
Luis Carlos Yusti.
John Luther Dale III.
Mark Philip Hunsiker.
Samantha Ann McKillop.
Mark David Rossett.
Layden Gail Zane.
Viet Dang.
Elizabeth Jean Hunt.
Lisa Rose McKinney.
Elizabeth Lynn Rothenberger.
Jenna Dosé Zahn.
Priyam K. Das.
William Douglas Hunt.
Heather Grace McLaughlin.
Hannah Silha Ryu.
Melissa Ann Ziegler.
Catherine Elizabeth Daubney.
Nicole Jean Husband.
Lauren Brooke McManus.
Michael Joseph Sacchetti Jr.
Ashley Kathleen Zielinski.
Aileen Patricia Davies.
Christina Marie Hutchinson.
Devin James McMaster.
Michael Andrew Sachs.
Caitlin Alexandra Zern.
Brittany Nicole Davis.
Travis Patowski.
Patrick James McNamee.
Peter Henry Sandine.
Michael Stephen Zavidas.
Desiree Marie Davis.
Angela He Huang.
Akut Peter Mel.
Julie Christine Sainer.
Crystal Ann Ziegler.
Jeremy Christopher Davis.
Jamie Lynn Iglesias.
Juan Alberto Melendez.
Amy Lynn Sankowski.
John Ernest Zimmer.
Cara Lee Dawson.
Vlad Alexandru Ilka.
Amanda Emily Melise.
Lena Marie Santora.
Christopher Philip Zalo.
Rachel Joy Day.
Jacqueline Kathleen Introna.
Maria E. Mendez.
Melissa Ann Santora.
Timothy Joseph Zwilling.
Anna Maria Lisa DeFries.
Jonathan Malik Izzard.
Drew Morgan Mengel.
Tina Alicia Santos.
Gregory Edward Adelsberger.
Ashley Jordan Diley.
Stephanie Lynn Jermaine.
Timothy Francis Merlino.
Shannon Chloe Santosa.
Mordeo Yetunde Adei.
Joy Amber Delarge Reeves.
Stacy Lauren James.
Christopher Jordan Merrill.
Brian Michael Saylor.
Brittany Jessica Alderfer.
Melanie Joy Delp.
Brian Leo Jansen.
Gregory Anthony Messina.
Dennis Edward Scanlon.
Raymond Michael Alexander.
Gansham B. Demelia.
Peter Michael Jasinski.
Ben John Myers.
Andrew Pierce Scargill.
Bridget Mueller Belfield.
Kiran B. Demelia.
Andrew Martin Jacobs.
Jason Zachary Miller.
Kevin Michael Schaefer.
Carrie Lynn Carduff.
David Walter Dempsey.
Devin Lee Jernigan.
Michael Hans Millenig.
Kenneth Matthew Schilke.
Alicia Maria Fasciaco.
Nicholas James DePaul.
Teresa Marie Fowney Arosina.
Kyung Min Min.
David Allen Schmelzer.
Christine Sarah Felty.
Vinny Dinesh Desai.
Caroline Beatty.
Tiffany Lynn Minninger.
Alex Ryan Schmidt.
Allison Lee Ferris.
Teresa Elizabeth DeSantis.
Michael Collins.
Kelly Elizabeth Mitchell.
Lindsay Jean Schneider.
Fiona Ray Ferguson.
Nicholas William DeVoe.
Sarah Marie Ecott.
Dylan Reinick DeLuca.
Tracy Elizabeth Schneider.
Alexis Michelle Gordon.
Matthew James Valentin Diaz.
Jason Sloan Elrod.
Thomas James Dolan.
Alicia Marie Schonacker.
Christian James Hall.
Bethany Ann DeCandelo.
Carolyn Marie Flaherty.
Samantha Elizabeth Drost.
Ryan Schuler.
Eric Matthew Henkels.
Andrew Tyler Dickinson.
Roy James Gross.
Andrew Thomas Finnemeyer.
Sheena Marie Schuler.
Lauren Meredith Herman.
Cottrell Davis Norman.
Jennifer Helene Kesselman.
Hugh Michael Fleming.
Stephanie Ray Schwartz.
William Michael Hilferty.
Daniel Scott Altman.
Hallie Lynn Klosak.
Matthew Robert Francis.
Bethany Alyssa Scott.
Megan Michelle Kohler.
Priya Bunsell.
Brenda LaVenture.
James Jared Gray.
Katie Ann Sigafuse.
Laura Evelyn Cuser.
Nicholas Robert Bizarro.
Rachel Ann Makita.
Morgan Lee Harris.
Ashley Ann Seneca.
Rachel Joy Lindberger.
Danielle Lee Brady.
Jung Soo Moon.
Lindsay Mary Jane Hatfield.
David Hutchinson Surgis.
Elizabeth McDonald.
Kelsey Schmidt Britton.
Devin Nitin Patel.
Allison Sonia Injayan.
Victoria Dorothea Cerrone.
Alexander James Mirabella.
Jamie Lee Caldwell.
Pranjal R. Patel.
Kelly Elizabeth Kraus.
Chelsea Elizabeth Setzer.
John Anthony Mezak.
Andrea Nicole Donatello.
Devin Marie Willette.
Ashley Christine Leischner.
Jacqueline Nicole Barr.
Lindsay Marie Munnelly.
Carmelyn Joan De Silva.
Rashana Sadie Baker.
James Russell Maycall.
Kelsey Shute Bowes.
Ashley Rose Cioli.
Kirsten Elizabeth Fleming.
Gerald Jamie Bell.
Satya Kaushik Patel.
Nicole Elizabeth Ciotti.
Sean Joseph Taggart.
Daniel Edward Fowler.
Renee Marie Belton.
Philip Andrew Schilling.
Emily Ann Clayton.
Ashley Francis Thomas.
Caitlin Marie Hessler.
Rebecca Lynn Gottschalk.
Ryan Robert Stawas.
Jennifer Allison Culp.
Matthew Brian Warnker.
Kristen E. Kovach.
Sarani Giho.
Elizabeth Veda.
Kevin Michael Dunleavy.
Rebecca Ann Billman.
Deborah Mayon Lee.
Mohammed N. Huda.
Sarah Catherine Burgess.
Alicia Sloan Clemens.
Christina Kelly Matthews.
Wayne Daryl Scott Kirk.
Alyssa Renee Geslow.
Benjamin John Dione.
Timothy Lauder McKeever.
Anthony Y. Lee.
Paige Nicole Jacobs.
Austin Cody Edling.
Elizabeth Christine Miller.
Laura Ashley Malamut.
Andrea Marie Kellogg.
Brittany Taylor Harrison.
Nina Mohan.
Ashley Alexandra McIntyre.
Alexander John Lavelle.
Jennifer Lauren Noel.
Lauren Ann Ogilvy.
James Owen Mulford.
Chaisley Elizabeth Lucier.
Caitlin Amanda Petrilli.
Anik Palit.
Alicia Ann Nelson.
Caitlin Ann McGarry.
Jennifer Lynn Pozesko.
Andrew Scott Pellins.
Katrina Marie Shum.
Brianna Lee McHugh.
Joseph Michael Pizzo.
Rohini D. Samujawar.
Travis Robinson.
Laurel Keeley Miller.
Devin Michelle Smalley.
Ruby Sung.
Shakur Scott Harvey.
Christina Elizabeth Payon.
Michelle Strayevsky.
Garrett Austin Wadsworth.
Darren Lewis Marshall.
Nicholas Rafael Perez.
Grace Fayez Tanous.
Sarah Elizabeth Ziegler.
Kristen Pazanza.
Amanda Blair West.
Lindsay Marie Rodemer. Caitlin Marie Shirley. Brittany Alice Solomon. Julie Ann Springer.
Cabinet Member Lauren Marie Henson. Okay, our Secretary, Pari Raja Palanasamy. Our Treasurer, Lily Irene Strobel Chong. And our Vice President, David Jared Colvin. And finally, our President, Ethan Derek David.
Thank you. I will ask the secretaries and the class advisors and the administrators to return to their seats and tell you that also graduating this evening, we have several students graduating in absentia, and in all fairness to them, we will read their names at this point. Chanel M. Carroll, Christopher Chalfant, Charles K. Colson II, Angel M. Cruz, Jennifer R. Deal, Casey D. Evans, Lauren A. Fishman, Amber L. Gordon, Joshua Hooperters, Brian Jansens, Michael Kellner, Chi Yun Kim, Ryan Coons, Carrie E. Locasio, Jacqueline M. Lockard, Jonathan P. Maloney, Eber Onu, Tyler Smogalski, Drew M. Spicer, Rachel E. Spots, Robert A. Stagliano, Alicia M. Steinmetz, Sarah E. Tarpey, Elizabeth Whetstone, Eric Winder, Mayle Weiss, Stephen M. Yarnell, Scott Young, Matthew R. Ziegler, and Megan Fink. And that concludes our list of graduates. Two years ago, we began a new tradition here at North Penn High School. We put each graduate's name on the marquee on Valley Forge Road, and we will do that during the month of July. Actually, we're going to begin doing that on Monday, June 26th. Each graduate's name will be on the marquee for 5 minutes, so that if you want to come out and see your name in lights, the schedule will be posted on our website and on North Penn TV. At this time, I will ask Dr. Hassler, our Superintendent of Schools, to come to the stage. I will ask him to also be joined by Dave Colvin, our Vice President. Dr. Hassler.
Good evening, parents, friends, and the class of 2006.
on behalf of the district and the more than 2,000 employees and 13,000 students, we are very proud of this class. I hope your time at North Penn has been very special, and know that you are welcome to come back as a member of the North Penn family. Before I confer your diplomas on you, I have a special diploma to confer. Retiring with the class of 2006 is a former North Penn High School principal who has spent 37 years in the North Penn School District. I'm proud to present this honorary diploma to Assistant Superintendent Dr. Donald Venema. For a moment, I'd like to address my comments to the parents and families. Tonight's a special evening for you. A night for a few tears of sadness, but more tears of joy and cheers for the accomplishments of these young adults. But most importantly, relief that this night finally got here. Now all we have to worry about is senior week. Mr. Hines has presented this class for graduation, affirming that each of you has met the requirements and, most importantly, all of your obligations. As superintendent, though, I have one last test for your high school career. Class of 2006, are you ready to graduate? Parents and family, are you ready for them to graduate? By the powers vested in me by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and as superintendent of the North Penn School District, I hereby affirm that you have met all the criteria for graduation and confer upon you a North Penn High School diploma with all the rights and privileges accorded to you. Congratulations, and here's your class vice president.
Thank you, Dr. Hassler. A high school graduation is a very special occasion. But just remember our hometown hero, what Rocky Balboa said, nothing is over. Whatever you do, what path you take in life, take your best effort, and I love you guys. Now please, join me with great pride and honor as we change our tassels from the right over to our hearts. Congratulations, North Penn.